DSM-5, which has recently been put out, there's strict criteria. The criteria is that any individual that has a life-threatening or outside-the-box experience, outside-the-norm experience, can end up with PTSD symptoms.
Hi, I'm Kasha and I have PTSD. I developed PTSD as a result of being sexually abused by my stepfather from the ages of 7 to 9 years old. So growing up and having no support, no one to talk to, I just saw my life just going down a completely destructive path, and I knew that I needed to get help. So at 19, I started seeing a therapist, and I've been going consistently for the last 5 years. It's been really healing and really hard, my journey in therapy. At first, I started remembering things that I blocked out for years, and it took me to an all-time low. I remember I would wake up and in the middle of the night, I'd wake up and I'd see his silhouette standing at the end of my bed like he did when I was a kid, and it would just paralyze me. I literally felt like I was 7, 8, 9 years old again. I couldn't even move to turn on the light just to see that he wasn't there. And, that flashback I kept having, became a nightmare I would have every night. And it got to the point where, I couldn't even tell if it was a dream or if I was awake. And I was just completely lost in my world, and I had isolated myself from everyone. I wasn't sleeping, and when I would sleep, I would drink, so I would pass out. And it was my first semester at Cal State Fullerton, and I was sleeping in all my classes, and I got 3 Fs, my first Fs, and I got 3. And that just made everything worse, because I've tried so hard to not let this be something that defined me, and to overcome this. And then when education has always been so important to me, and when it was hindering that and hindering my life, it consumed me, I felt like it won. He won, and I hated that so much. So my therapist recommended that I needed something a little bit more intensive, not just therapy once a week, and so I went to a trauma recovery facility, and I was there for 60 days, and it saved my life. I was able to take control of my life again.
The answer is that some have reported full recovery. And there are a number of variables that go into that. For example, what I just said. The more immediate the action to movement is, the more recognition of what just happened, the more rallying around an individual. All of those kinds of things speed up either recovery or minimize the injury, the emotional injury.
I'm not fully recovered today, but it's a lot better, and I have the tools now that when something does come up, I know how to work through it, and I have therapy that's there for me when I need it and to process things. And it's just I was always driven by the fact that I didn't want to be a victim anymore, and today I'm a survivor, so it's just one day at a time.